It's been 4 years since I built this little aquascape pond kit. The kit makes it really easy to set up. It only took a weekend to build. I reckon it came up pretty good, but that's not what I want to talk about today. The AquaSurge 3000 pump that the kit comes with consumes 165 watts of energy every hour for an output of 12,000 litres or 3,000 gallons. And I have lots of ponds, and this little pond is consuming way more energy than it needs to. So today I want to talk about pumps that are much cheaper to purchase and much cheaper to run. If you don't already know me, my name is Kev, and the aim of my channel is to help people build and maintain a pond without spending a fortune. If that sounds like something that interests you, you might like to subscribe and visit my website, ozponds.com. So about 3 months ago, I replaced the AquaSurge 3000 with this little Hasbeo SWD 12,000. This is a variable speed DC pump made for use in aquariums. Like the AquaSurge, it delivers 12,000 litres or 3,000 gallons per hour. However, at full speed it consumes almost half the energy, and being variable, that means that I can set the pump to consume even less. Now some of you are probably thinking, but it's an aquarium pump and the AquaSurge is a pond pump, and that's true. But both pumps are submersible and designed to move water from one place to another. I've now been using low volt variable speed DC pumps in my ponds for years, and I love them. Like I said, they're cheaper to run and cheaper to buy, but you do need to be aware of a few things. First off, I wouldn't just place these in the bottom of my pond like you might with a traditional pond pump. And even in saying that, I don't think you ever should really just plonk your pump in the bottom of your pond anyway. The best way to reduce maintenance and prolong the life of your pump is to have them in a location or situation where you can pre-filter the water before it reaches the pump. So in this little aquascape pond, that's the surface skimmer. The pump sits inside here, and there's a sponge that sits over the top of the pump. The sponge collects large debris that could potentially block the pump. On this pond in my courtyard, I built a DIY skimmer using a bucket. Same thing, a sponge sits over the top of the pump and it catches larger debris. Over in my front yard I have 2 ponds, both with intake bays. This is like a supersized skimmer, but this time no sponges. The water needs to move through a layer of rock and pebble before it reaches the pumps. Again, this stops large debris reaching the pumps. On my smaller container ponds, I place the pump in a pot and cover the holes and top with a coarse sponge, once again protecting the pump from those larger materials. Now I will put some links in the description to videos on how these DIY pre-filters are constructed, if that's something that you're interested in. Anyway, if you protect the pumps, you'll never have an issue. Some of the pumps I'm using in these ponds are over 5 years old, still growing strong, and I hardly ever need to clean them. Another issue to be aware of is that the transformer on these pumps are made for indoor use. I keep mine under cover on the veranda or in the shed, and I extend the pump cable. The good news is that extendable cables that are plug and play should be on the way. This particular pump I got direct from the manufacturer on Alibaba, and they sent me a 10-meter extendable cable, and it works a treat. If I wasn't so lazy, I'd import these pumps and cables myself. But anyway, if I can get a manufacturer to create an extendable cable, you can bet the people importing these types of pump will start doing it too. And I guess the last thing that concerns people is these are mostly made in China, and people are worried about the quality. Wherever in the world you buy an electrical device, it should meet the safety standards of the country that it's imported into. And if it doesn't, then someone's going to get in big trouble. Now, electrical safety law is beyond my scope of knowledge, and I did notice that the pump I was sent had the CE indicating that it met European standards. However, I didn't see the little triangle and a tick that should be present on electrical equipment sold in Australia, although it was on the transformer. I don't know if it's different rules apply because the pump is low volt, but it's like with anything I buy. I assume the manufacturers and importers are doing the right thing. So at first I too was skeptical of a cheaper alternative, but after 5 years of using various different brands, all low volt DC variable speed, I've got nothing but good experiences. So I was happy to replace the AquaSurge 3000 with a pump that costs a third of the price, and on the dialed down setting that I have the pump set on, I'm saving well over half the energy consumption every day to run this pond. I'm also going to assume that more and more brands will start using this same technology, and we'll start to see weather resistant transformers along with those plug and play leads that I mentioned. But anyway, I just wanted to put these types of pumps on your radar if they weren't already. I know for a lot of people, they're worried about the cost of running their pond pumps 24/7, and these pumps can help reduce those costs significantly. I will leave an Amazon link in the description if you want to check that out. I hope this video and the others I've linked to are helpful. As always, thanks for watching. See ya.